Good morning. Good morning. There's a little delay there. Some people need their coffee this morning. Good morning and welcome as we are in the town of Amherst at the Audubon Library as we are here to celebrate the Week of the Young Child nationally and in Erie County. I'm Erie County Executive Mark Polenkars, and I'm joined by our Deputy County Executive Lisa Chimera, who you'll be hearing from soon, and a whole host of people as we talk about a very important issue, which is early childhood education and how families can play a role to ensure that their children can reach their full potential as it pertains to the child's life. We know through our Live Well Erie program that the most important years of a person's life are the basically birth to 5 years old. It has a huge impact on the future of that individual, as well as how they are going to go through life, especially with regards to education. And that's why our Live Well Erie program has a specific portion of it, because it focuses on working families, older adults, and young children to ensure that young children are given everything at their disposal so they can truly reach their highest potential. We understand that not every family is the same. They have differences and issues that they have to deal with that maybe another family doesn't have to. And that's why we work together as a community to ensure that we can give every child that best opportunity possible. You're going to hear more from our Deputy County Executive, Lisa Chimera, about this topic. Someone who knows, as a retired teacher, someone who's focused on this issue for her entire professional career and understands the importance of educating a young child. So I'm going to turn it over to her, but before I do, I have an official proclamation here, signed by me, that declares that the period of April 7th to the 13th, 2025, as the Week of the Young Child in Erie County, and we are all here to celebrate not only the week, but to celebrate our greatest asset, which is our children. So with that, Deputy County Executive.
Good morning, everyone. We are here to celebrate the Week of the Young Child, but I'm standing with individuals who have committed their life to young children, and each and every day they are committed to making sure our young children are reaching their greatest potential. So the first thing I would like to do is I would like to thank everybody standing with us today for their great work and the difference they're making for every child in Erie County. So first, thank you. It really is incredible work, and the county executive talked about Live Well Erie. This initiative was his mission. In September of 2019, Live Well Erie started. And Live Well Erie was ensuring that every person in Erie County would reach their greatest potential. And our working groups that focuses on our young children does just that. It works on making sure each and every child reaches their greatest potential. We are so fortunate to be joined by an individual who focuses on making sure that the resources are available to our young children. Libraries play such a critical role. Our county executive talked about my former career as an educator. I'm going to tell you that the foundation of reaching their greatest potential is reading and having access to books and access to libraries. So I would like to call up our first speaker. Not our first speaker, our second speaker. I'm going to get back to libraries. Let me bring up our first speaker. Our first speaker, Kim Szymanski. What a great partner she is in Erie County. I don't really know what we would do without the Child Care Resource Network, because not only does the Child Care Resource Network focus on our young children, but on our families and our child care providers who do so much to ensure that all of our children are getting the resources they need. Kim is such a great partner. She's a great partner with Live Well Erie. We are working on many projects together, and it's my honor to introduce Kim Szymanski.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today. As Lisa said, I am the CEO of Child Care Resource Network, also known as CCRN. I lead an organization with unwavering passion and deep conviction as we work to support high-quality childcare throughout all of Western New York. Since 1987, when we began as a child care resource and referral agency, CCRN has been an essential pillar supporting childhood development and education in our region. We have a heartfelt commitment to meeting the needs of economically challenged and underserved communities because we truly believe every child deserves access to quality care and education. At CCRN, our mission comes from a place of genuine dedication to promote quality, affordable, accessible care and learning for all children by supporting and empowering families, caregivers, educators, and employers. Western New York holds a special place in history of childcare. In 1881, Maria M. Love, a passionate advocate for social services, established the nation's first child care center here in Buffalo, New York. She provided not only child care, but medical care and early education for children of working women. This pioneer spirit continues to inspire our work at CCRN as we strive to enhance the well-being of children and families throughout our community. Today, CCRN stands firmly at the forefront of child care initiatives. We collaborate closely with parents, providers, business leaders, and policymakers, driven by our sincere belief that expanding access to high-quality care creates stronger communities for all of us. It is truly a blessing to work among the dedicated early care professionals in our community. The well-being and development of our children are woven into every aspect of Western New York's identity. I am honored to collaborate with Erie County and all of our early care professionals that work so hard to strengthen the well-being of children. Together, we make Western New York's top-tier professionals who enhance the lives of children every day. We enhance this. Our children represent not only our future, but continued success of our shared story. As we celebrate the Week of the Young Child, I firmly believe that every week should be the Week of the Young Child. Our commitment to honoring and adoring children must be unwavering throughout the year. Each day presents countless opportunities to celebrate the magic of childhood, to marvel at children's natural curiosity, and to nurture their innate desire to understand the world around them. To borrow from Phyllis Diller, one of her insightful observations, and I found this one to be very comparative to Buffalo, New York, cleaning your house while kids are still growing up is like shoveling sidewalk before it ever stops snowing. This wisdom encourages us to reconsider our priorities during these formative years. Children engage with their environment through active exploration, creative expression, hands-on discovery. The process, often messy by adult standards, represents critical developmental work. When children build, scatter, rearrange, mix, transform materials, they are developing cognitive pathways, fine motor skills, problem-solving abilities, and creative thinking. We must be mindful not to restrict these essential developmental processes by prioritizing order over opportunity. Each mark on paper, tower of blocks, or sensory experience with Play-Doh contributes to the neural connections that form the foundations of future learning and growth. The developmental window during which children learn through this type of uninhabited play is remarkably brief. Let us direct our attention to the joy, wonder, and learning evident in children's engagement with their world. By representing the child's need to interact with their environment in ways that may temporarily disrupt order, we acknowledge the profound importance of play-based learning and honor their developmental journey. Children deserve our complete attention, our genuine admiration, our steadfast commitment to their development. They are not simply small adults waiting to grow. They are complete human beings experiencing the world through fresh eyes, unbounded imagination, and hearts full of wonder. The sparkle in a child's eye when they discover something new, the determination in their face when overcoming a challenge, and the pure joy of spontaneity in their laughter all remind us of the childhood's precious nature. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kim. Of course, you can see why we're in such great hands with her leadership at CCRN. Our next speaker, now we're going to talk about libraries. So, libraries anchor our community in so many meaningful ways, and when you walk into the Audubon Library, you immediately notice how child-centered this library is. And when you look at the rooms here and you talk about developmental opportunities for our young children, it's so evident here. So it's so appropriate that we're here at a library today. Our next speaker, Chelsea Lomberger, is a member of our Live Well Erie Children's Working Group. And I also want to mention Jill Garvin and Kim Stewart, who are co-chairs of our Young Children's Working Group, who are doing so many great things, especially in the area of developmental assessment and resources. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Chelsea to the podium.
Hello, thank you. What I love about Young Child's Week this year is it happens to overlap with the National Libraries Week. As a librarian, I cannot think of a better matchup in my career has been in service of young children. Explaining the importance of working with young children is hard because it's difficult to calculate your success. As a community, there are so many ways in which we help nurture our most fragile demographic. When asked to quantify, I often pivot and speak on personal experience I've had the honor of witnessing at libraries throughout Erie County. I have seen a 1-year-old offer a toy to another baby for the first time at Lapsit. I have been able to see toddlers learn how to stomp their feet to the beat at toddler times. And I have had the honor of seeing a 3-year-old develop the courage to say their name aloud during story time. That last achievement took about 7 weeks of hard work, and it was all the more significant for it. Those events are individual accomplishments and milestones for that child and that family. How can one accomplishment of a single child be measured compared to the greater story of life? Nearly every library in Buffalo and Erie County Public Library systems offer these free programs to the public. And these programs are wonderful because they help children have fun, learn how awesome books are, and help them develop a bright future. These programs are completely free. Some you sign up for and some you can just show up and enjoy the fun. I would like to thank Live Well Erie for highlighting these free events during the Week of the Young Child this year. And it is a great day when we can share our joint goal of helping our youngest community members. Live Well's goals to help children in Erie County is as inspiring as their dedicated task force leaders. Focusing on early screening and aid can help numerous children and have positive effects on their family. Like youth programming in libraries, calculating the impact of these efforts is impossible. From an outside perspective, we can explain the data, but it's really hard to understand how that data affects the individual family. How we can see inside a family and how every small accomplishment can lead to a new story is frankly incalculable. It is my hope that Live Well's efforts to help the youngest members of our community prosper leads to more immeasurable results and successes for Erie County. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And our last speaker, certainly not least, there's an incredible importance on providing funding, resources, educational opportunities, and Lift Off Western New York does just that. And really is just so meaningful in getting resources into the hands of individuals that need it. So I would now like to introduce Megan Batista.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Megan Batista, and I'm honored to join you today on behalf of Lift Off Western New York, but also as a proud partner of Live Well Erie and the Children's Work Group to celebrate the Week of the Young Child. Lift Off is a network of over 30 funders and cross-sector partners working to ensure that all children in our region have a healthy start and meet their developmental milestones. From the very beginning, our work was shaped by the voices of Western New Yorkers who told us what was working well for young children in our area, what wasn't, and how we could do better as a community. That listening has inspired our ongoing commitment to increasing developmental screenings, which is a priority we proudly champion with the Children's Work Group as we launch a screening initiative in Erie County this week through the Week of the Young Child. If you drove here this morning, I'm hoping, especially because we have some pretty important people here, that it was in a car with an up-to-date inspection. We inspect cars to make sure they are safe, functioning well, and any issues that they might have are caught early before they become costly or dangerous. And also sometimes we drive up, get the all clear, and get to leave, which is the dream all of us have, right? An inspection is not a sign that something is wrong. It just checks that everything's running the way it should. Much like inspections are just an accepted part of owning a vehicle, developmental screenings should be an accepted, universal part of supporting and raising young children in our community. Every caregiver should know their child's strengths and needs early, giving us the most time to give support where it's needed. Without screenings, many families are left to wonder and worry. One of our Lift-Off parent advocates recently shared with me her story about her son, Luke. Luke attended all of his regular pediatric checkups, but we all know that there's a lot to discuss in those visits, and sometimes things get missed. In this case, Luke was experiencing an extreme speech delay, one that was impacting his ability to socialize and make friends, even as a 3-year-old. Thankfully, his mom, Jess, was a fierce advocate, and after some Googling, she brought up to her pediatrician that maybe Luke needed some extra help, and because of that, he got an evaluation and the services he needed to thrive. Unfortunately, that delay in support impacted Luke socially, emotionally, and academically. Pediatric checkups alone are not enough for our kids. We need a system that ensures every child is screened, supported, and celebrated early. This is because 90% of brain development happens before a child ever enters elementary school. Lift-Off exists to amplify the message that it's not enough to know that a child's first few years of life are important. We have to come together, and it's our collective responsibility to make the most of these days through strong policies, partnerships, and opportunities, like the Universal Screening Initiative being launched by the Live Well Erie Children's Work Group. I'm so grateful for the leadership and vision of people like Jill Garvin and Kim Stewart to continue to center this need in our community. As our executive said, our children are the investment we can make that has the most potential. Identifying, strengthening, and intervening in the first 5 years of life has powerful implications for the future of young kids, academically, socially, for their physical health, and for their lifelong outcomes. As we celebrate the Week of the Young Child, I think we would all agree that a week is not enough. We have to continue asking, how are the children in our community really doing? And what more can we do in Erie County to support them as individuals and in the systems that serve them? Today is a great start. After the press conference, our partners at Help Me Grow Western New York will be having a free pop-up screening event here at the Audubon Library. So spread the word, invite parents and families not only to this event, but to the rest of the events that are happening this week as we do pop-up screenings in the community, to invite parents and families to take this simple, powerful step to support their children's development. As Maya Angelou says, do the best you can until you know better, then when you know better, do better. Universal developmental screenings are an opportunity for us as a community to know more about our kids and to better serve them. Let's work together to build strong foundations for every child in every community, starting today.
Thank you, Meg, and again, and thank you for everything you do to support our young children. So today is, of course, a celebration celebrating the Week of the Young Child, but again, highlighting the importance of Live Well Erie, community partners, working with Erie County government to make sure we're doing the best we can do. Again, thank you to our county executive for bringing this initiative to Erie County. Thank you all for your good work. And for those of you out there, think about the ways you can make a difference in the life of every young child in Erie County. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Deputy. As was noted by Megan, there will be Help Me Grow representatives not only here at the Audubon Library, but they will also be at the Buffalo Museum of Science and the North Collins Public Library this week to ensure that these free screenings are available across the whole county. Erie County is pretty big, geographic. It's about the same size as the state of Rhode Island. So if you're in North Collins, you don't really want to come to Amherst. And if you're in Amherst, you don't want to go to North Collins. So it's very important that we have these screenings across the whole county. Not this week, but these screenings go on throughout the whole year, as was noted. These are important and need to be done to ensure the child is truly reaching their full potential. With that, we'll open up to any questions from media if there are on the topic. Did they have any off-topic questions?